128 robots started out. Only 4 remain. The grand finalists of Robot Wars.
3.
The 7th Wars.
2.
It's the one we've all been waiting for!
Activate.
Let the wars begin! Storm 2! The champions, Tornado! X-Terminator! Typhoon! Make some noise!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
This is it. The battle to push all others into the pit of oblivion. Because tonight, my friends, it's Robot Wars, the 7th Wars, the grand final! Over 16 heats and 2 semi-finals. 128 robots have entered the zone, but now only a furious 4 survive, all hoping to win tonight's top prize of £5,000. But it's about much more than that. Because are you ready to find a Robot Wars Supreme UK champion? Before we unleash hell, let's relive the road to Armageddon.
The New Blood champions have looked tremendously impressive throughout this UK Championship. Great pushability on tracks in round 2 of Heat I.
They've gone for Storm!
After the judge's decision, it was a lot easier against Steel Avenger in the Heat final.
Didn't expect that to happen. We thought we'll just pummel them into the corner, and before we knew it, they were just off.
Gaining a reputation as a mini tornado, Grim Reaper were next up in the semi-final. Another judge's decision.
And they've gone for Storm 2!
Grim Reaper beaten. And then one of the major shocks of Robot Wars the 7th Wars, the 2nd seed's Firestorm 5, also dumped.
The 16th seed beat the 2nd seed, Storm 2 through to the grand final!
Very quick, good pushing ability, Storm 2. Tornado, the defending champions, started their trophy defense in sluggish fashion. Leveler 2 flipped them, but then you saw the durability of the champs. Leveler 2, pity. But what was clear, Tornado wouldn't have it all their own way.
A lot of good flippers, a lot of good discs. It's getting very hard now. Tornado, it's been around a while, but it still does the job.
Some of the rustiness was removed with a good Heat final victory over Tetanus Booster. They got the jab. Another victim in the pits.
Everyone wants a piece of you. Do you think you can survive in the arena and go all the way again?
We'll do our best. It might do it.
The semi-final showed Tornado getting back to its best. Raging Nightmare shunted. In the pit again. But the hardest challenge was yet to come.
Gravity.
Very good flipper. Very, very, very good flipper.
But here's where the tactics and expertise of Andrew Marchant and the team came to the fore. Positioned, set up for the fall. They didn't disappoint. 4 victims in the pit out of 4.
Tornado, the champions, the first seeds, they go through to the grand final!
Can Tornado emulate the great Chaos 2 and defend the title? From pushing boxes to an enormously powerful spinning disc and X-Terminator. Too strong for Killer Carrot 2. Under rarity, a spinning disc pushes one out.
Do you know, I'm not sure if a circular weapon has ever taken a robot out of the arena before.
No, I think it's only Matilda that has done it so far.
Yeah,
so
but not a contestant.
Modified from previous Robot Wars, X-Terminator in trouble in their heat final against Tsunami. A flipper. Will others have picked up on weaknesses? Will others fear the strength? One blow from the circular saw, and the big wave was calmed. X-Terminator in the semi-finals.
That robot has never worked that well before.
No, we've ditched the axe and it was a good move by the looks of it.
Gaining in confidence, gaining in power and destructibility, sent Aggro shredded. Pitted and beaten, and then on to Bulldog Breed for a place in the grand final.
It's going to be a good battle.
It's going to be a good battle, but he never gives up, that Bulldog.
No, nor do we.
No mercy against the dog. Watch for the power of X-Terminator's weaponry in the grand final of Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. It'll make you wince.
X-Terminator through to the grand final!
Could be X-rated. X-Terminator. Could this be the most impressive, though? The machine of the Edinburgh Air Cadets, Typhoon 2. Look at the power against Hammerhead 2, and we haven't seen the best of it yet.
We're only vulnerable to flippers if we're not spinning, so we're going to start spinning as soon as we can.
Spinning, quicker and quicker. Iron ore felt the force. Stunned. Battered. Beaten.
Tell us about the features.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, it's top secret.
Yeah, military secrets, mate.
Secrets and lies. Thermidor soon found out the grisly truth in the semi-final.
Our strategy is to immobilize our opponents using our disc. But however, our tactics, I'm sorry, I can't tell you them.
Military secret, of course, I keep forgetting.
We've not been able to find out anything about Typhoon. Atomic did, though. They got in a couple of attacks. Is Typhoon vulnerable? Not when spinning at top speed. Watch for this in the grand final.
The Typhoon roars all the way into the grand final!
Will Typhoon whip up a storm? Just wait and see. The draw so important. Look at that. Storm 2 against Tornado. And Typhoon 2 meet X-Terminator. Craig.
So, 4 robots, 1 war zone, 1 winner. Join us after the break to find a new Robot Wars UK champion. Welcome back to Robot Wars and the grand final! This is fight time!
From Sawtrey in Cambridgeshire and #1 seed, Tornado.
Reigning champions and previous World Championship semi-finalists has all the knowledge of the war zone.
You've drawn against Storm 2. What are you going to do?
Well, it's going to be a pushing match, isn't it? 2 robots designed to ram, designed to push. Similar ideas. Controllers built by the same man, our very own Dave Gamble. So it's going to be interesting.
Has 3.5 horsepower drive on the weaponry, 7 horsepower drive altogether. A pushing box with the interchangeable weaponry. Vulnerable to flippers, perhaps.
From Ipswich in Suffolk, Storm 2.
Impressed us as new blood champions and has got better and better.
So, we've got to think tactically here. You're a very similar machine.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in there with him?
Tornado's weakness is being stacked up against the arena wall. They've gone out before for being stuck against the arena wall. And we're lucky. If we get up there, we can probably work our way off with the arm. But we think the most likely weapon they'll use against us is their scoop with a flail that comes through it. So if we can get round, get them into the arena wall and get them wedged up against it or stuck against it, we think we're in with a good chance.
Absolutely crucial here. 18 horsepower on the drive, twice the power of Tornado, and also has a lifting weapon to expose that Tornado ground clearance.
Roboteers, stand by.
To the two teams then, Storm 2, Ed Hobbit, Tim Benson, Merrill Kolach. And Tornado, Andrew Marchant on the left-hand side, David Gamble and Brian Moss with him. So Killock's with them too, out in the arena. And Cassius Chrome. And this for a place in the final of the grand final.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Two very similar machines. Tornado and Storm 2, both 100 kilos in weight. Storm 2 trying to get in underneath that ground clearance. You see it, shove them to the arena sidewall. Oh, and they spun away and crashed into the wall themselves. Tornado, good driving away by Andrew Marchant. Very, very experienced. They're fighting for the 4th time in the wars. Now Tornado, the big heave-ho towards the angle grinder. Tornado, the experienced machine. Storm 2, the whippersnappers, the new boys, came through the new Blood Championship route, gaining automatic entry into the UK Championships. Tornado, an invertible machine, can run either way up. Can't get the front scoop in underneath Storm 2 in that mode, though. And Tornado on the defensive momentarily, and again, oh! Some shove there from Storm 2. Tornado bouncing away. When you get two pushing boxes like this, it could come down to durability. Which machine can sustain most damage within? Not exposed damage, not superficial damage, but damage to the machinery, the electronics, and so much biffing and bashing. And Storm 2 doing the chasing. A Storm and a Tornado out there. And a battle that is blowing hot and cold for both. It's Storm 2, the aggressor there, but Tornado turning away, dodging, good driving once again, good style. Won't mind going up and over Storm 2 like that. It's not sustaining any damage, and Storm 2 not really point scoring to any great degree. That was a good attack though. Tornado bouncing away. They know they're in a battle here, the defending champions. Let's look at this again. Against the arena wall, fizzing away and bouncing down. Listen, can you hear the little flail? Tornado's little flail is not doing much damage. Storm 2 is though. The flail not doing any damage really for Tornado. And Storm 2 on top here. And the ref bot has pressed the pit release. And Tornado's been caught. Oh, just away. The champions were very nearly out. Tornado here, I think, on the brink of defeat at the penultimate hurdle of their title defense. I don't think we're going to see a repeat of Chaos 2's historic title defense as Storm 2 nags and gnaws away against the champions. It goes to a judge's decision. And they look at Ed Hoppett and Tim Benson, Merrill Kolach as their machine spins.
What a way to kick off the grand final. A whirlwind in the war zone. Storm and Tornado. We're going to have to go to the judges. They'll be looking at style, control, damage, which might be important, and aggression. While they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights of that fantastic battle.
Professor Noel Sharkey, Martin Smith and Matt Irvin look on then, the judges, as we review these highlights. Okay, Tornado on the attack, but Storm 2 using the flipper. We said that might be Tornado's weakness, and Tornado being bashed here all around the arena. What damage did it sustain, if any? Well, the aggressive machine was Storm 2, that's for sure. Tornado very nearly caught and then stylishly away, but was that enough?
Well. Tense, isn't it? A little bit. Judges made the decision. Your weapon was damaged. It wasn't working, was it? Because if you ever needed a weapon in a fight, you needed a weapon there. You were also very aggressive, weren't you? They've gone for Storm!
tease you there. You taught them all they know about roboteering.
It's the next generation of Tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more powerful, it's stronger, it's better armoured.
You don't work so effectively upside down, do you?
No, we've got no way of getting back over, so...
You were the UK champions for a year, you've lost the title. Good year for you?
Oh, it was great fun.
You know, are you going to come back and try and reclaim your title next year?
I think we'll have a go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go ballistic for Team Tornado! Teaching the masters.
Yeah, that was that was a bit tactical. That was you said the weapon wasn't working. The weapon was working. It did exactly what it was designed to do. Turned them over.
Really? I just didn't see it go up at all.
Turned them over. That's why they were running upside down. Once they're upside down, all they could
you didn't
do
want to flip them back again.
They just run up against us. It would have been silly to turn them back.
Yeah, fair enough. One more fight to go, and you could be the new champions, champion to the 7th Wars. Who would you rather fight?
I think we'd rather take on Typhoon.
Why Typhoon? Because I find Typhoon to be the most destructive robot in the competition.
Well, yeah, but you see, we've still got this very thick armour on the sides. They'll hit it, and I think they'll cause as much damage to themselves as they will to us.
Are you the fastest robot in Robot Wars?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to run away at first, aren't they?
They'll try, but we'll catch him.
You're about 25 miles an hour, is it?
Yeah, you cannot outrun the storm.
What a tagline, sir. a little brain constantly working, isn't it? Constantly working, sir. You can't outrun the storm. Can you raise the roof for Storm?
The end of the road for Tornado, out, Storm 2 through, and next up Typhoon 2 and X-Terminator, the Spinners.